Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is NURFATIN AQILAH binti ADLI MURAD. My ID number is 2020862188. Today, I want to present georeferencing, create shapefile, and digitization. Objective for this module. First, able to perform georeferencing. Second, able to create shapefiles. Third, able to digitize. And lastly, able to edit attribute. Methodology. This step for the georeferencing. First, we need to drag load NDCDB Pahang and layer data SMK Sultan Abu Bakar.gbg to table of content. Then, zoom to the layer for the booth layer. Then, we go to the customize, choose the toolbox and make sure that the georeferencing tools in the mode active. Next, we zoom to the layer for the SMK Sultan Abu Bakar JPG. Then go to the window and choose the viewer, and viewer will appear, and we drag it to the top in the arc map. Then we zoom to the layer again for the load and DCB Pahang, and then choose the properties, and then choose the label. Tick add the label feature in this layer, then choose load at the label field, and then we click OK. Next step, we do the georeferencing process on reference data layer load and DCB Pahang. We plot for control point the georeferencing process. After finish, we update the display for update position image to real coordinate. Then view the link table. The link table to show the PMSE. We get the reading of PMSE was 0.5408. Then we receive the data. We save as the data as SMK Sultan Abu Bakar georeferencing in the TIFF format. TIF format means target image file format. And then we click OK. For the next step is shapefile. Right click folder connection, add folder data, select new shapefile. The name of the layer is we rename as Educational Building A. And choose feature type as polygon. Then click edit for setting coordinate system to WGS 1984, and then we click OK. Next part is digitizing. Before we start the process digitizing, make sure editor tools in active mode. We zoom the layer to see the building more clearly. Click Create Future and select the Education Building A. Then start digitize on Polygon School Building. Make sure we digitize all building footprint for SMK Abu Bakar on lot 2814 until lot 2817. After done digitize, click editor, then save edit and stop editing for save the data. Next, open attribute table at Educational Building A, then click Add Field. First field we add is num and the type is stats. Then we start editing. We add Sultan Abu Bakar under the num. Before that, we must to click start editing. Then we add a field. We rename as FCD and the type is text. And we click OK. We start editing. We write BE0010 under the FCD field. At the last field, then we rename as FNM. The type is text. Under the FNN, we write educational building. For the information, every time when we want to write, we need to click start editing and then stop editing before add the new field. We open again the attribute table to see the new field that we added just now. Before we start the map layout, we remove SMK Sultan Abu Bakar georeferencing. For the map layout, first we click the view and then we choose layout view, then fix the zoom in. Next, go to the file and choose page and print setup. For the size, we change to A4 and then we click OK. After change the size and adjust the view map, we insert the north arrow. We bring it at the top of the map and we adjust the position of the arrow. Next, we insert the title, which is SMK Sultan Abu Bakar, and then we click OK, and the title will appear at the top of the layout map. Next, go to insert. We will insert the scale bar. I choose the scale bar alternating scale bar 1, and then we click OK. We adjust the position and make sure the position is suitable for the map. Then we insert the scale text. Then I choose absolute scale. So the ratio is 1 to 1 million. And then we adjust the scale text and we put under the scale bar. Lastly, we insert the author name and then we press OK. Last but not least, we add a logo UITM and then we adjust their position. We put logo UITM under the legend and author name under the logo UITM. Finally, we have done with the maps. So we go to the file and export the map. So that's all for me. Thank you. Practical highlight. First question. Determining the right map scale is critical for creating a map. Discuss the statement. For definition, the scale means the ratio of distance on the map to the corresponding distance on the ground. It also known a mathematical representation expressing distance on a map versus distance on the ground. It differs scale ratio works optimally at different sides of the maps. And lastly, choosing the right scale allows a better representation and information expression of a map. The map scale must be adapted to the map content, the map purpose, and the map precision. Three types of scale, which are graphic scale bar, a verbal scale, and a representative fraction. So, what is the graphic scale bar? We can see on the slide for the example. A graphic scale bar consists of a straight line which is divided into the length that represent given distance on the surface. For the verbal scale, its mean is stated in the words. The units are usually mentioned in the type of scale. For example, 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. It means that 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 10 kilometer on the ground. And lastly, the types of scale of a representative fraction. It is a fraction which the numerator express the distance on the map and the denominator represent the actual distance on the ground. It must be noted that the numerator is always 1 and both the numerator and the denominator are expressed in the same unit. Second question. Compare the effect of having large scale and small scale on map with an example. Small scale map provide a larger geographic area. The smaller the scale of the map, the less actual details of the feature is preserved. It used to show the extent of an entire country, region, or continent. This is example of map of Selangor. Next, large scale map. It provides a smaller geographic area. Large scale maps shows a smaller amount of area with a greater amount of the details. Typically used to show the localized area, small town, and the parks. For example, is map area the Persiaran Rawang. Conclusion. Based on this lab practical, we were able to do georeferencing using AQIS. We also learned how to do new shapefiles for the educational building. We also learned how to digitize on the layer which is building footprint SMK Sultan Abu Bakar using AQIS. And lastly, using the digitize, we had learned to edit the attribute table and add new field for the layer of educational building.